point error. This one only had 3 right off, and I thought that was unusual. And then when I was able to calibrate it with just 3/4 of a turn of the trimmer there, I was totally surprised. And of course look inside and see it's all original, no modifications to the trimmer coil or anything. So something's up with that one. Receiver is dead on accurate now, and so something unusual. That's first R388 out of many that I've had that actually could be calibrated as far as the PTO and the readouts, the frequency readouts. So with that little bit of information, I will turn it over to Mike, W7MS, WA7YBS.
Well, thank you, Henry. And I should have given a pause for the cause because somebody was tuning up, so my apologies. We'll see what happens on the next handoff. WA7YBS, W7MS, Mike and Reno. Good reception from all, except I guess probably a Q2 and a half report on Jason. So hopefully, as Henry had stated, he'll pick up from Norco, but we'll see what happens. And I'm sure he's listening on KFS, as is Bill. So what can you say? It's maybe a KFS morning for SoCal, but we'll find out. And good reception. Thank you, Chuck, number 7. And good morning, Carla. Doing quite well this morning. Chipper and wide awake, I can tell. Doing a good job of handling the crew here. And let me see. Hello, Frank. Didn't have a chance on the initial howdy doody to say good morning to you, but nice to hear you from near and about South Lake Tahoe / Heavenly Valley Ski Resort. And this morning running the Zenith Contract ATC-1, designed by, of course, by Collins Radio Company, and same setup as last Sunday, DY17A Dynamotor, and listening on the Collins R648, also Dynamotor powered, and it's the contract version that does have the 6kC AM filter, I guess, as opposed to the 9kC version, so which could be quite helpful here on 75 meters. And let me see, good deal on the explanation, Henry, on you've discovered a PTO that apparently found the Fountain of Youth. Ponce de Leon couldn't find it, but Collins PTO discovered it, so good deal on that one. It's kind of a Twilight Zone mystery PTO, but always well, it's nice to have those experiences with a PTO. And comments here, conversed with Mr. Brown Beezer, NZR, last night on sideband. He wanted to pass along his hellos and good mornings to the group. But he was headed to the airport to turn in the rental and catch a plane back to North Carolina this morning at dark 30. But he was there. But he did mention that he did do a handoff of a GRC 19, so it now resides in Livermore. And I'm sure sometime here in the immediate future we can listen to some great AM from a GRC 19 from the city of Livermore. So with that, let's see if Jason can pull this one off this morning as number 5, WA6 BBQ, W7MS. Okay, Bravo, Quebec. What's try and modulate the heck out of this thing. Okay, Jason and welcome. What is the GRC 19 set? Nothing much new other than I wired up an extra plug last night for a headphone and CW key. And I'm going to thing out on CW. And it looks terrible for years. I saw myself on millimeters, 3550. Very poorly. But I called C2 a few times. Load up. That's odd. I think it should work. I'll back it all up to go to bed. And I looked at my strange system of patch cables here. And this whole time I'm transmitting about 100 watts into my little Altraptor 1038 upstairs nightstand. Oh my God. I'm just
set that thing on fire. Turns out, it's just fine. So, be careful about this. What it is. You mentioned that today. And the work maybe the NCW with the deck. And that's about all. Of course, everyone's celebrating. And on the ring, K0DWC. Bravo on the set.
Yeah, Frank, Jason handed it over to you. Go ahead and take it.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning, group. Good morning, Carla. And thank you, Jason. WA7YBS. I could see you on the S meter, see your modulation and your there, but I couldn't hear anything. My noise level here is S6 to 7, and you came out of it a couple of times, but I didn't really get anything out of it. But good morning to you anyways, and welcome. And good morning, Carla, Bill, Richard, Henry, Mike, as usual. About Dynamotor Station sounds great. And Chuck. Let's see, this is KB0W here at South Lake Tahoe, and running the same old this morning, the 4400 modulated by 2811s, putting out, let's see, around 320 watts into north-south oriented dipole. Usual stuff. Not much going on here this morning, and this week it's been the usual dearth of snow, but apparently we're going to be having some storms coming in Sunday night, but as they say, don't hold your breath. We'll see what comes, but better something than nothing. Not much going on, so I'm going to hand it over to Chuck. And Carl, I wanted to thank you, if I haven't already, for running the net. Your ART13 sounds great. And Henry, you were about 20 over. Mike, you were 15 to 20 over on the running a Drake R4C that has a pretty accurate S meter on it. Okay, over to Chuck. K0DWC, KB0W.
Okay, Frank, KB0W, K0DWC. All right, Frank, you got a really good signal in here this morning, and sounding good. Running 320 watts on that Viking 500. Good job there, man. And everybody sounding pretty good. You know, we're picking Bill up pretty decently, and I picked up probably 3/4 of what Jason was saying. I did acknowledge the GRC 19 that he's running this morning. Jason was better that time than he was at the beginning, so maybe the shift is happening now. Hopefully it will. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here this morning and having this nice net. So we're running basically the same. Carla and I are running basically the same station. She's listening on the ARR7. I've got the loop on over by the rack, and I've got the R388 on to try to dig somebody, some of the guys out. So not too bad at all. So anyway, we'll keep it going, and we'll see if there's a number 8 out there, and I'll extend it over to back to net control to W4DVQ to take it to K0DWC.
Okay, got my switches messed up here. K0DWC, Whiskey 4, Delta Victor, Quebec. Very good, guys. Let me check, see if there's anybody like to be on the tail end of the first round. Be number 8, please come now.
I hope I'm number 8, K6VXY.
Okay, you in the number 8 spot. I thought I heard somebody else. Let me check real quick. Is there a number 9 out there? Please come now. Okay, you're there, but there's no audio. I can't hear you at all, but you're there. So try again. Number 9, please come now. Okay, still nothing. It got a little worse, but you're there, but you're not, if that makes any sense. Try one more time, number 9. You need some audio or something. Go ahead. Who this could be? Over.
No, I think his audio section, I can hear it, some high-pitched oscillations. I think his audio section is oscillating or something. It's, but yeah, very strong carrier. But audio is, it sounds like it's oscillating to me. It breaks into a little bit of a high-pitched oscillation and then nothing, and then so yeah, there's a little bit of audio problem, not a little bit, a lot of audio problems there.
Okay, well, go ahead, Vern, and make a transmission and hand it back to me. Maybe who's out there can figure this out before we go to the next round. So K0DWC, Vern, good morning. Go ahead and take it, W4DVQ.
Okay, thanks, Carl. I'm going to try something here. A little bit dangerous, just something. Go ahead. Yeah, there we go. We're transmitting full power. I decided to do something Mike, W7YBS, said, don't do it. And he was right again. I was switching to the Marauder this morning. Too many cables and I got lost. And so I thought I'd go back to this one, so I missed the first round. I was up early before 6:30, actually. K0DWC running the 7200 and the AL811H, hopefully. Over 100 watts there. So it's decent. I'll get this figured out. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Oh, that is wide open for comments, I'm sure. K0DWC, Pine Mountain Lake or Groveland, running the neat antenna that's hoisted to 5 different ropes to spread it out. Pretty much favors the direction between Reno and Denton, or Dayton. Okay, and I'm here, I'm awake. Woke up early, I thought, well, I'll go for it on the switches, but that was a big mistake. I came up one switch short, but I didn't blow anything up. Back to net, a good signal, Carla. I heard a couple stations while I was hooking up the antenna coaxes correctly. Vern, K0DWC, back to W4DVQ, and I did hear number 9. I'm wondering if he's running a different mode. He's got TTY switch thrown on the transmitter or something, and it's not on AM or even a sideband we'd hear. Go ahead, Carla. I'm back now.
Okay, go ahead. Number 9, go ahead.
Yeah, W6TH, I had my
audio lead from my microphone come disconnected. Call here is Whiskey 6 Tango Hotel Whiskey. The handle's Mike.
Good morning, Mike.
Well, good morning, Mike. Let me see if there'll be a number 10, and then I'll hand it back to you, Mike. You're coming in really good. You sound a lot better. Is there a number 10 out there would like to check in? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard, so back to Mike. W6THW. Go ahead. This is Whiskey 4, Delta Victor, Quebec.
Okay, Whiskey 4 Delta Victor Quebec. Whiskey 6 Tango Hotel Whiskey. Yeah, I was wondering, I was looking at the meters and I thought, well, there's no audio. What's going on? So I finally looked behind the receiver where the audio connection was, and it was unplugged. So that's what happened, and I swear to it. 2TH is Rockland, California, and let's see, what am I running this morning? I'm running the homebrew pair of 813s, modulated by a pair of 813s, and the receivers, Collins 51S1, and the antennas, inverted V about 55 feet. So, back to you, K0DWC.
Okay, thanks again. You sound really well. And Vern, it is still the first round. You made it, and you did good. So, yeah, all right. There's still some fellas missing, though. Not sure where they're at. But one more try, guys. I know I wear this out, but one more try for number 10. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Boy, 9 people already this morning for the first go-around. So, well, plus me. So with that, guys, I didn't think I was going to be able to get out of bed this morning. My legs, I overstrenuated my legs Friday, and I tell you, it's miserable. I must be getting older because I don't remember getting this sore just for taking a garbage can to the end of the road. But it happened. But anyhow, I won't bore you with that. I guess we'll start round number 2. So up to Bill. And 6, BCT, W4DVQ. Go ahead, Bill.
W4DVQ and 6, weather slows running. There's a man filming the firmest one, USP100, USP110, all the memories are right, so I have to clean it up in the right place and get to the right frequency to get the next anyway. And I can sometimes do it direct, but I have to set the power supply over from the power supply to batteries. So I can't do that on the switch again. I have to unplug it and plug it back in to the other one. Anyway, so that's as far as. So it's all in the WA6 crew and BCT.
WR6J here, thank you, thanks Bill, and 6BCT, this is Richard here, and good copy from most folks actually, and just hello to Henry, Mike, Bill, Jason, Frank, Chuck, Vern, and another Mike, and thank you Chuck for taking the earlies, and thank you Carla for running the net. It's great to hear you on the ART-13. A few little notes. I was able to get about 80% of what Jason was saying as well, so call that about Q4. So that's pretty good. And there is a bit of QSB, at least on my end. And Mike, W6THW, good to hear you. And it's I've been building some homebrew stuff myself. Nothing as big as 4 813s, but it sounds like it's a great rig. Your audio is fantastic. Just so you know, your carrier's down on 3970, and we're up at 3974. But fantastic copy, and you were about 20 over at my QTH here in Paso Robles. A few other comments. I didn't have any kind of decent receive set up here, so I bought myself a Kiwi SDR. So I am listening on an SDR, but it's an SDR at my own QTH. And I got started with that because I spent my time between here, the house in Paso Robles, and my boat up in Redwood City. And this will give me a chance to listen remotely because obviously a Kiwi SDR I can listen to it over the internet. So that's the beginning of my receive setup. At some point I hope to get some vintage equipment. And that's about it, I think. Good to hear everybody, and I'm going to keep things moving, pass it over to Henry, WA7YBS, WR6J.
Okay, very good, Richard. And we're just trying to get, there we go. Okay, that looks a little better. I got a digital scope here for a modulation monitor. Touch screens, well, they're a little different than switches, but we got, looks like a pretty good pattern now. And so anyway, very good. And yes, Jason was Q5 for probably about a minute or so, and then either the noise came up or the signals went down, one of the two. Anyway, hopefully next transmission will be Q5 all the way. And let's see, Vern, yeah, good signal from Vern. And Mike, W6THW. Yeah, I haven't heard you in a long time. And sounds like you're in a different QTH, Laughlin. I assume that's the Laughlin that's down in southern Nevada, right there on the Arizona border. But, well, regardless, you're putting in a heck of a signal, very, very strong. And so good to hear you again. And let's see. Richard is also excellent signal as always. So let's see. The 32V1 is, you know, as I mentioned, I'm running it on the lower voltage. You have a choice on the 32V transmitters of either 600 volts on the plates or the 4D32 and the modulators, or 700 volts. And why? Theoretically, the 600 volts was the spec for the 4D32, I think for like continuous duty or something. Anyway, if you were going to run teletype or something like that, AM, then I guess you were supposed to run about 600 volts. And of course the output power is quite a bit, not quite a bit, but it's less. You can, you know, it's 75 watts, and that's about the most I can get out of this guy anyway. So anyway, that's the transmitter, and as mentioned, the receiver's an R388. I've owned a bunch of R388s. I one time in the 1990s was given 7 of them from the Nevada DMV, and the only stipulation was I could have them as long as I didn't sell them. But I sure managed to give away a bunch of them, which I wish I hadn't. But I did, and I didn't log anything, no serial numbers, no nothing, which is unfortunate because you know, those I have no idea where any of those went, which doesn't really matter. But the PTOs are what are the indicators on all of the 51J series, at least the 51J3, the 51J4, and the R388. And just in the last 2 months, I've calibrated 6 of the 70 E15s. And so I've been in and out of those things quite a bit. And little tip is if you have a CR suffix on the serial number of the PTO, you can calibrate it. Inside the CRs, there's 2 desiccant packets, and also it's a different ferrite core in those PTOs. They're in all 51J4s. Those PTOs are calibratable, but the ones that are used in the R388s are prefix M on the serial number, and those don't have the desiccant packs, and they have an RC7 ferrite core, which doesn't like getting contaminated, which they did all get contaminated quite a bit. So anyway, I know that this was a lot of information that nobody was interested in. So let me turn it over to Mike, W7MS, WA7YBS.
Well, thank you, Henry. You got me in mid-ingestion of my morning cereal break here. No cough switch for that one. But WA7YBS, W7MS. Good morning to Vern. And as I said earlier, good morning to Mike THW. And I'm sure he'll give some delineation on where he is in Rockland, but closer to Sacramento than Las Vegas. But for Mike, great to hear Jeff's A13 rig on. You had mentioned that a few weeks ago. You cast the baited hook and asked me if I'd have the BTA 250M on the air on Wednesday night, and that was just not it was a no-go based on propagation and the folks down in the southeast U.S. on the same frequency. But great to hear it this morning, and it sounded good. Glad you got your immediate issues resolved. And for Henry on the PTOs, good information. I appreciate that because you're the winner of the PTO tune-up, but I certainly have rather not fond memories of adjusting cam stacks in those PTOs, and quite a frustrating experience based on the aging issues with the ferrite. Jason was probably about Q3 to Q4 at this location, but he's got the GRC 19 on the air, and that's the major point. And Richard sounded, of course, very good with the hot rodded Valiant setup. So nice to hear that. And Bill is Bill. He's there, and then he's not there. So it's but we do catch the gist of what he has to say. So as far as radio activity here, yeah, a few things going on, but I won't go into that because it's not centered on military radio or AM radio, but we've been busy on a few projects over the past few weeks. But we're just going to keep it rolling here. So let's see what Jason can pull off from Norco there in SoCal. See if he's still making the trip direct. WA6 BBQ, W7MS.
Yeah, I was actually reading Henry's webpage on the 32.
Did Jason turn it over to me?
I think so, Frank. Sorry about that. There's a lot of sideband disturbance on top of me for right now. So go ahead, Frank. KB0W to take it. W4DVQ.
Okay, right. W4DVQ. Thank you, Carla. And okay, I did not hear. I did not hear Jason at all that time, but good morning anyways if you're within my modulation band. And good morning to Vern, and good morning to Mike. I think I chatted with you before when I lived in Gold River, California, which is a suburb of Sacramento, and it's I know Rockland fairly well. Your 813s modulated by 813 sound really good here. You're 15 over, and modulation's nice and smooth and clear. I had a Johnson desk that I was running in Gold River for years when I was in that area. I wish I hadn't sold it now. It would have been nice to have it up here to play with. But anyways, good old Johnson desk. That was a pretty cool item. Anyways, I think I'm going to make this my last transmission. About all I'm doing during the week is my usual 40-meter CW stuff, and enjoy talking with my fingers. And of course, I love this Sunday morning AM net, which is really cool. Retro is so cool. I love it. Anyways, want to say good morning and 73 to Bill and Richard and Henry, Mike, Jason, if you can hear me, Chuck and Vern, and 73 Mike, and hope to hear you again tomorrow, next week, okay? This is KB0W in South Lake Tahoe, where it's 31 degrees and really some serious, beautiful blue skies. Over to Vern, K6DXY.
Vern, it goes over to Chuck, K0DWC. So with that, let me make sure you're not on. Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to Chuck, and then Chuck will hand it to you, Vern. K0DWC to take it, W4DVQ.
Okay. All right, Frank, very good. Your signal is as strong as ever that last go-around there. And 7-3s to you, and you have a good day today and a good week ahead. Good hearing you as always. And I wanted to say good morning to Vern. Glad you could make it this morning, Vern. Great job there. And a special hello to Mike, W6THW. It's been a long time. I concur with the guys. It's been a long time since we've heard you on, and welcome back to the Vintage Military Radio Net. I know in the early days of this net, you were around there for a while, and we appreciated it then, and we appreciate you being here now. So W6THW. Let's see. I guess Carla's explained about everything we're doing, which is nothing, but I'll go ahead and I'll keep it going. I will send it over to Vern. Vern's doing something a lot more interesting than I am. So K6BXY in the group, K0DWC. Go ahead, Vern.
Okay, well, it's transmitting now. Yeah, I got things a little mixed up. I haven't had my coffee. It's still in the refrigerator. Keep it there overnight. Then I add to it in the morning. I'm going to sneak over there real quick after this transmission, get some coffee. I guess I need it. My brain isn't working too well. I know, another open for comment remark. Anyhow, at least this thing is working. Old Faithful here is the new equipment, but it's the Old Faithful that works all the time, because that's always hooked up. That'll do it. I did work on the new speaker, and I've got another one here. It's a stereo set I got from Helping Hands. It works pretty good. I'm using it this morning. I'm not sure if I like the improved bass response, though, because it seems like for communication, even though it has a tweeter in it, it's about, what is it, about 10 inches high, 8 inches deep, and 5 inches wide, I'd say, 5 by 10. So it's got a woofer in it which weighs 100 pounds. No, it's not true, but, you know, really, really heavy. So I'm going to try it. I have 2 of them, so I'm going to try the other one as an experiment in the living room on music. I bet it's going to really work well. But on voices, like with Bill, his bass is kind of strong anyhow, but I do hear him okay, and the signals are good. But I don't know who number 2 is on the rotation or 5. But I'm just going to listen closely. But I didn't hear, let's see, was it Mike? The DVQ, I don't know who that was. His good signal. I think he's from somewhere near Sacramento. And I heard that Frank okay, and Mike, who followed me once he got his audio wire okay, strong. Mike and Reno's strong. You're all really good. So at least it's working. I didn't blow something up. I put my transmitter into the receiver input. You don't want to do that. I had that happen to me years ago, and it was my first receiver. Got it from a ham visitor who thought it was kind of neat there, and I had all the TR relay and everything hooked up, and he just keyed it. And he put 50 watts from my DX20 right into the antenna input, and that wiped out the band for 80 meters. This is one of those old shortwave receivers, like a console model. I guess it's really neat. You know, it did AM, then it did a couple shortwave bands. It was kind of neat. Anyhow, I'm turning it over to W6BXY Mike. It's K6BXY.
Okay, K6DXY, and pretty good sized group, W6THW. Very good. Everybody seems to be coming in okay, not real strong, but quite a bit of fade, but mostly Q5. And Mike, W7MS. Gonna have to what is it, till March to see you at the swap meet. Bring me something, it's worth some money at the swap meet. And also, let's see, 3870 I wrote down here. It's been a long time. I used to get on 3870. 3970, excuse me. I don't know why I said 8, but 3970 many years ago when it first started out. And Henry, I remember. And let's see, nobody told me who I brought, who it goes to next. But I got Carla to take care of that. So, everybody, talk to you later. I'm going to get out of here now, make this my last one, but I'll be listening out. W4DQ and the group, W6THW.
Okay, W6THW, this is Whiskey 4 Delta Victor, Quebec. You did good on that, Mike. You're awake. So, very good. I wanted to say 73s to Mike and 73s to Frank. So, yeah, looking forward to some swap meets this summer and spring, I guess. I need to start going to them again, but, okay, guys, this is going to be our 73 round. I guess maybe. Let me just check. There's some guys missing. Let me just check. See if there's anybody out there who'd like to join us and be number 10. Please come now. No, nothing hurt. I got a lot of sideband going on my end, so I'm going to hand it back up to the top, to Bill. 73 round, guys, so N6, Bravo Charlie Tango to take it, W4 DVQ. Go ahead, Bill.
Just let's see if I've got it. This is WR6J.
Yeah, Richard, I think he handed it over to you. I totally lost him, so go ahead, Richard.
Okay, we'll give it to 12. Thanks, Carla. The band is coming down a bit, I think, right now, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'll make this fairly quick. Great to hear from everybody, and I look forward to catching up with all of you next week. Like I said, I think the band's starting to deteriorate, so I'm going to pass it straight over to Henry at WA7YBS 7320, and I'll be listening to the end, WR6J.
Okay. WA7YBS, okay. Well, 73s. To those stations that have signed, and with that, I guess I will also sign, because conditions are getting a little bit unpredictable. I'll do that next weekend, and I think I'll be net control next week. Okay. Over to Mike, W7MS, WA7YBS.
Well, thanks, Henry. WA7YBS, W7MS. Well, yeah, it's time to bow out. And it's been an interesting morning. That's for sure. But again, good morning, 73s to everybody that's been here on 3974. And also to Mike. He's always a contrarian and was operating, of course, on 3970 as Richard had commented on, but that's THW. So when I see him in March at the Loomis swap meet, rather than bringing something expensive, I think I'll bring a 12-inch ruler and wrap him on the knuckle. That's what I'm going to be doing here for as far as frequency coordination goes. But just rattling your chain, Mike. Great to hear you this morning, and of course, looking forward to further voyages here on 3974 from Rockland, California. So with that, again, adios amigos. Looking out the window, and oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of bad bunnies out there in the front yard there. Look at those bunny rabbits. So over to let's see if Jason's still out there, and we'll stand by. WA6BBQ, W7MS.
And NU6F for the 73 round.
Well, that saves us from the welfare check.
Hey, Ron. I got you in the number 10 spot. You know you're on the tail end. You're on the back of the bus, buddy. So, go ahead, Richard. WA6 BB. No, not Richard. Jason. WA6 BBQ. To take it. W4DBQ.
Alpha 6 Bravo, Bravo to the forward.
Okay, I'm confused now. I heard Bill. I think Bill was telling me Jason's sign, maybe. Henry, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's what Bill said.
Okay, well, 73's to Jason, so with that, Vern, before I give it to you, you're going to hand it to Ron, because Mike's signed. So Vern, when it comes your turn to hand it over, hand it to NU6F. But I'm going to give it to Chuck real quick, K0DWC, W4DBQ.
Okay. Well, good morning, Ron. Better late than never there, buddy. You're sounding good this morning. And you sit there for all right. Okay, guys, I'll say my 73s as well. And like Henry said, Henry will be next control next week, and then I'll be next control next week. So, that I'll say my 73s. Thanks for being there, guys. Thanks for the great net. So with that, we will send it down to Vern, and then Vern will send it to Ron. So K6BXY in the group, K0DWC. 73s, guys.
Okay, this is K6BXY. I think, Chuck, you said you were net control next week, but I think Henry's net control. At least he said he was. Last week, net control was yourself. And I have January 26th. I missed a few weeks, did I? Yeah, I did miss a few weeks. I'm not sure who was before that. This K6VXY, that's enough chatter. And yeah, the conditions aren't quite as good as they've been, but I did hear everybody just fine. And I'm not sure about this new speaker. The bass response is awfully good, but I think I need more of the mid-range. It does sound good, but I think it'd be really good on music, where you have a full range of the orchestras with the bass drums and all that other stuff. And over now, I'm turning it over to Ron, NU6F, no squirrel report. Things have been very quiet here, but like I've said before, Ron, I shouldn't say that because all of a sudden antenna lines will start dropping. Okay, 73's always been fun, even though I was a little disorganized this morning.
Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, guess I do. All right, well, good deal there, Vern. And okay on the squirrel report, and I did manage to listen in on the major part of the net. Glad to hear Richard from down in Paso Robles, and wow, yeah, Mike over in Rockland, killer signal. Was over that way this last week. Surprise birthday party for a buddy over there in Roseville. All right, well, Mike, yes, I did need a wellness check. I had an unexpected trip to ER last night. Anyhow, why, Table saw cutting sheet aluminum versus fingers. Well, I've got all the fingers there, but 2 of them are quite modified. So anyhow, it'll work out after everything heals up. Nerves must be good because it hurts like heck. All right, guys. With that, I'm not sure if it just goes back up to Carla or not. So you figure it out, Carla. Good to hear you guys in there. 73s, NU6F, Reno.
Okay, Ron, NU6F, W4DBQ, yeah, wow. Glad you still have your fingers, though. It kind of made me cringe when you said that. So, ooh, good luck with that. But thanks for everybody being there this morning. So, I'm going to go ahead and close the net, and anybody want to say something to Ron after the net, please. Maybe he's still hanging out, maybe he's in too much pain. But, this is Whiskey 4, Delta Victor, Quebec, securing the vintage military radio net. I would like to thank everyone for their participation and invite everyone back next Sunday morning, where Henry will be net control. We are now turning the frequency over to regular amateur radio use. So this is 73's W4 Delta Victor Quebec sighting. 73, guys.